Hi everyone, it's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And joining me today is Kimberly Walker. Welcome.
Hi, how are you doing?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome. Well, it's great to have you here. And to get this all started, I'm just going to ask if you could introduce yourself to our audience, give us a little bit about your background and experience.
Sure. So I'm Kimberly Walker. I'm running for U.S. Congress, District 12. I'm a veteran. I served 8 years active duty in the United States Army and another 8 in the Florida Air National Guard. I'm a software engineer. I currently work for the Department of Treasury and the Department of Defense as a government contractor. And this is my second time running for Congress. I ran in 2020, and it was a bit hard. It was, because of COVID, and I was relatively new to the political scene. So I decided to try again, but this time I have experience up under my belt.
Tell me, what have you learned since the first time running that has now better prepared you for, this time throwing your hat in the ring again so soon after 2020?
Well, definitely better organization skills. Time management is big thing. The importance of fundraising, but we're still trying to, work on that. And the importance of actually reaching out to voters through grassroots. With COVID, we were, having to rely on social media. And while that helps, we still weren't able to reach the vast majority of the people in the district. So that actually hurt me when it came time, for the general. So yeah, so those were the big takeaways that I've learned when I ran.
Certainly. Yeah. Well, talk to me about some of the issues that you would, really like to address if, elected to the role for the U.S. Congress. What are some of those issues that you'd really love to tackle?
Well, first is the rising cost of prescription drugs. I support allowing HHS to negotiate drug prices, but I also want to reform the patent laws. Pharmaceutical companies have a history of stacking patents, which expands the drug's exclusivity. So by making those changes, it'll prevent the evergreening effect. Second is teachers' pay, which I do know that that's more of a state issue, but we can give them a bump in salary by giving them a permanent $20,000 refundable teacher's tax credit. Finally, I also want to try to tackle the fossil fuels. This is a perfect time right now for us to start weaning ourselves off of fossil fuels. Let's invest in renewable energy. I talked to Rob Milo, he's the mayor for Newport Richey, and they've invested in electric vehicles. And you'll be amazed at how much they've saved in maintenance and gas, especially now. Pinellas Transit Authority is another one that is moving forward to make their vehicle fleets greener. So, we can do this. And this is the perfect opportunity right now.
Certainly. Tell me, what makes you the best choice for voters in Florida's 12th Congressional District?
So Congressman Gus Bilirakis is the incumbent for District 12. And honestly, he just doesn't represent the working class. He's backed by Big Pharma and the oil and gas industry. There are over like 170,000 older adults that live in this district, and he voted against allowing HHS to negotiate drug prices for seniors. 12% of his constituents are uninsured. And, I lost count of the number of times he voted against the ACA. So, and he's also voted against the Infrastructure and Jobs Act. So I'm not sure who he's representing because it's definitely not us. That's why I'm the best choice. I care about the working class. I am the working class. In all my speeches, you'll hear me say that our elected officials' decisions affect our everyday lives. And it's true. Across the country right now, they are passing legislation to restrict voting. Our LGBT community is being treated like second-class citizens, especially our youth in schools. And speaking of schools, they're passing legislation to restrict how race can be discussed in classrooms. And Congressman Bilirakis, he support that type of legislation. So if you want a person who wants to move forward for positive change, believes in a free, fair election, believes healthcare is a right and not a privilege, and everyone should have healthcare, and will hold the fossil fuel companies accountable for the damages they've caused to the health to our health and our communities, I'm your best choice.
Certainly. Tell me, what areas or towns or communities are covered by the 12th Congressional District of Florida?
Well, currently it's the northern part of Pinellas, all of Pasco County, and a very small section of Hillsborough County. But that's going to change. We're still waiting on Governor DeSantis to approve one of the maps for the redistricting. He's already basically told his legislators that he's not going to approve any of them. So we're kind of in a holding pattern right now. But it looks like we will pick up Hernando County and possibly lose some, if not all, of Pinellas.
I see, I see. Well, when does voting begin down there in Florida?
So the general election is in November the 8th.
November the 8th. Is there any primaries, early voting, anything like that?
So yeah, so the primary is the August 23rd. And then early voting for the general starts September 29th.
All right, September 29th. Okay, well, we want to just remind our viewers that if you want to make sure that you're registered to vote, you need to check your voter status or anything like that. If you move from one place to another, you need to, check your voter status. You can go to headcount.org. Once again, go to headcount.org, pledge to vote, register to vote. Kimberly, tell me, what is your favorite thing or one of your favorite things about, District 12?
I think, so I don't know, Pasco County is, it's a really nice place to live. It's, especially if you have like a family, it's like in between rural and suburb. And, so I moved out here because, the land was cheaper and I was able to get a nice size house for a little amount of money. So that was really nice. And the neighbors are great. I definitely enjoy the different type of festivals they have out here in Pasco County. So it is really definitely a nice place to live. And
Awesome.
I just definitely want to represent these people here because they are struggling.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with me today. How can people find out more about you, find out more about your campaign, follow you, support, donate, volunteer? How are they able to do that?
All that information you can get from my website. That's Kimberly, Kimberly, for Congress.com. And just go there. It has a link to all my social medias. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I am trying to get on TikTok. And then also it has the donate button where you can donate to the campaign.
Awesome. Well, we're going to have that link in the description below so everyone can go ahead and check out what Kimberly has to offer. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been such a pleasure getting to chat with you, and I wish you best of luck on your campaign.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. To those watching, please follow Team Racine Productions at Team Racine on all forms of social media. Follow, like, subscribe, and most of all, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.